My name is Laura Citron. I am 29 years old and I am the owner of Opium Vintage. Fashion absolutely matters. Fashion is the reason that I get out of bed every morning. You know, growing up, we lived further out in the country and we couldn't even catch cable TV. My mom saved everything. She was such a pack rat. So what I would do for fun is go into her closet, which had the most extensive collection of 70s disco gear that you've ever seen. And I would put together looks and have my friends come over and do runway shows. And to me, that was fun. And that's what I had to fill my time with. So it came from that, a love of expressing myself and almost a therapy every day to get out of bed and be able to individualize myself and show myself in that way. My personal sense of style, I would say Studio 54 meets geisha meets quirky, something that I can't put my finger on. David Bowie has always been an influence because he has basically said with his life that it's okay to not fit into any one category and it's okay to do something that everyone else isn't doing. And he was very successful at that, so I think he leads a great example for all of us that don't feel like we fit into a certain category. Nashville style used to be one thing, but I think is changing so quickly. I think Nashville style used to be maybe more casual and maybe a little bit of Western influenced, but nowadays we have people moving from all over the world here and they're bringing so many flavors and tastes and cultural experiences with them, so I think that it's a place where you can wear anything and choose to be anything, and it's okay. Nashville is and isn't accessible for people with disabilities. There are places that make an effort. Our store makes an effort, but there are many places that don't, and nothing is more heartbreaking than to hear about stories from my friends like Alicia that have gotten completely dressed up and spent time and effort and got to the location and were denied entry. You know, it's like somebody calling you for a date or your friends asking you to go out and you spend that time and effort only to not get a call at the end of it. So no one should experience that or have to go through that, and I think Nashville is starting to move in the right direction, and I look forward to seeing more of that happen. Yes and no. I find enough clothing that fits my body, luckily, because I'm in vintage, and I find that vintage caters more to women with curves. They have pieces and details that modern clothing doesn't always have, like darts and pleats, and it helps smooth out a woman's figure. Modern clothing does not cater to that as much, or you have to pay quite a lot of money to do so, and I can't imagine how much more difficult it is for a woman with a disability to find clothing that fits their body. So I think that there's definitely room in the market for expanding that. Absolutely. Like I said, Nashville is one of the fastest growing cities in America. It's one of the hippest cities in America, and so people are moving from everywhere, and to not have options for these people is not an option, so we need to expand that. They are probably more eager than someone who can just walk into a normal store to buy clothing, so I think it would be wise to expand that market. People often ask me why I'm interested in fashion, or they assume that it's something superficial. And fashion for me has always come from a very deep place of being able to express yourself and say something about yourself in a way that other mediums can't. And I think that people with disabilities also need that opportunity to express themselves, maybe more so than someone that doesn't have a disability. And so to be able to use that fashion and say that is so therapeutic, and that's why we need to pay attention to it.